Right, good morning. Welcome to the Remedy class this morning. If you haven't done this class before, then you will need a few things at your mat space. If you can get 2 hand weights, 2 tennis balls, 1 yoga block, and maybe just a blanket for the end of the practice where we rest. This practice is born out of acknowledging our energy, allowing energy to flow that is flowing and to enhance it, to work with our bodies to enliven, to shift, to move. To notice when energy has been stuck and to start to break that up by doing some breath work and shifting through the somatics, the physical. And as also we know, there's sometimes even a deeper level of energy that can become so dense and compressed that what it really needs is almost like a jackhammer effect, albeit lovingly. We are going to break up whatever's been really stuck and suppressed today. So we're going to begin with some breath work. If you can bring yourself down onto your mat, seated or on your back, and just become comfortable here for the next few moments, making any last minute movements so that you can settle. And just take 3 deeper breaths. Just feeling the way that your natural attending to the breath starts to shift things slightly for you. Physical body just starting to enjoy that and feel the change. When you finish your final round, just let it go, breathe it out. And on the next breath, taking an inhale through your nose and then holding that breath at the top just for a few quiet moments. Breathing it out through your mouth when you feel ready. And holding it out at the bottom just for some pause time. We go again, so we complete this cycle of breath in through the nose, we retain it, hold the breath, and then exhale through the mouth, holding the breath out. Starting to work with your system in this way, giving it some pronounced and profound pause moments. Just to really reassure your nervous system that everything's okay. And as we embark on our practice today, we're going to approach everything from a place of expansion, compassion, and working with what's here, letting it shift and move when it's ready to. Not forcing, but today feeling. Let's take 3 more rounds of this continual conscious way of breathing. Those pause points, those moments in time, allowing you to be so present. Can you be so present with yourself? When that last exhale and the hold just comes to conclusion, let's begin a new pattern of breath. Breathing in twice through your nose. Breathing out 3 times through your open mouth. This breath pattern invites you to use your lungs a little more vigorously. And using the diaphragm, pulling it back to the belly to really help with the exiting of the exhale breath. So let's continue this flow, this pattern of pulse breath. Active breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. This is the start of something. This is where we come right from the beginning and feel into this place of gentle inquiry. What needs to flow? What do you need to let go? And what's even deeper than that, that might be as yet undiscovered, but you're willing to open up to find out what's here. Let's use one more minute of the pulse breath, using your lungs, your ribs, your diaphragm area to really feel the exchange of oxygen and CO2 in your system. As more CO2 is leaving, 3 exhales, you'll start to feel your body alkalizing through sensations that could become apparent through your fingers, your arms, around your mouth. Can you allow the sensations to be and soften the breath anytime you need? If it becomes too strong with those sensations, well, let's stay for the last 30 seconds. Go deeper, go slower. Sometimes things have been percolating a while. Let's approach with a sense of deep care. Last 3 breaths. Pulse it through your body. Last one. Oh, and as it comes to an end, let that 3rd final exhale be breathed out. And then breathing in naturally. Breathing out naturally. Take another breath in. And now hold this breath in your chest. And step into a space of creating a purposeful pause. And we get to feel our energy and what's happening internally today. You feel it through your body. What do you notice? Places that might be awakening or still sleeping. In the whole, do you notice the mind? What thoughts are here? Do you feel into the heart? What does knowing feel like here? If you haven't begun breathing naturally yet, in the next 10 seconds, bring it back. Bring your natural breath back into your body. And then just slowly start to feel your body and feel out to a stretch of some kind. You might stretch your arms overhead or reach them wide. You might simply lift your knees with a bend towards your chest. If you're on your back, squeeze your thighs to your belly, round the lower back and rock from side to side. If you're seated, perhaps there's just a hug with knees close to your body and arms wrapped around the thighs and shins. Wherever we are, let's come to awakening. Roll to the right side. And when you're ready, come up to seated. And then from here, really slowly, take your time. Let's rise to stand. Let's rub our palms together. Quicken the movement so we lift the prana or the chi, that is the energy circulating through our body. And then we just flick off what's not ours. Like you've just had your hands in water and you have rinsed them clear and clean. Those last little drops are to be let go completely. Another 2. Take your time. Breathe out through your mouth as you flick that energy away. Last one. Okay, let's stand. Taking one hand on top of the belly, one hand down low. Bend the knees, wide stance, and allow the tailbone to drop to the heels as your sternum lifts and your shoulders draw down your back. Working with Qigong now, turning with the bottom hand open to its side. Bottom foot spins gently to direct the knee to come over the big toe as we create a circular motion. And on the exhale, bringing your hand back down through center and realigning it back on the dantian, the lower belly. Working open with the opposite hand. Inhaling as we shift the weight. Exhaling as you find yourself back in your center. Let's do that again, working with a slow, smooth movement. And the creation of the shape is like an infinity symbol, working from our centers, externally out, up, around, and down. Go on your own now, shifting the weight. Bend the knee in line with the big toe. Using your breath, connect now into the energy that's here, flowing through us. Yeah, just like an underground river, we tap in. There's a feeling of moving like water, fluidity. Beautiful sense of presence. So we take this last round to each side. Exhale brings you back to center. Last one. With all 10 toes pointing forward, straighten your legs. Bring your left hand to your heart, bring your right hand to your belly. The knowing here in the belly will guide us. The feeling in the heart today will open us. So you blink your eyes open. And let's let our hands come away from our bodies. Working with squat pose here now. Space your feet hip width. Underneath your hips, you just get that nice solid stance. We bend the knees, we reach our arms forwards. We sit down in the hips, but we keep our chest lifted somewhat. So not back and down like a yogic squat, but with your knees just overshooting your toes. Make sure it's comfortable for your knees. Don't go too deep if you're working in a way that you're just introducing yourself to this movement today. Using not only the lower body and the big prime moving muscles, but your upper body, making your heart start to work just with a little more strength. The blood needs to be pumped up towards your arms moving, upper body. And you use a breath that stays with a nice sense of rhythm. And let's lift it a little. Bring a little bit more flow through. Remember, it's not about how deep we go. Keep your eyes forwards. Keep your form with your heart lifted. Heels pressed deep so you stand up tall. And every time you stand, squeeze your glutes at the top. Stand up as tall as you can into your posture. Close the shoulder blades back and down. Last and final. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stand. Left hand to heart. Here's the knowing. Just feel in. Right into the belly. The sense right here. And as you connect, you take this moment to come straight back in. Conscious connection. Bring hands to heart center. Keep the feet just width. Sit into the squat. And you either just lift up from here, straight legs, or raising one knee to opposite elbow, coming back into the wide stance, through to center as you squat. All right, so let's lift it a little bit now. A little twist at the top. That's it, feeling in. Sensing the knowing within. When you meet yourself where the energy flows, let that bring you a sense of rhythm, a sense of fluidity. What's working is working well. Let's meet ourselves in that place. You might have to use a mouth breath here and there. That's okay. Last and final. 3, 2. Good, last one. And stand. Hands down by your body, palms open. Shoulders back, heart open. Left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. If you need to check in here, you come back when you need. Let's step to the side, opposite leg behind. Using your arms through that midline space to fly wide like wings. Take a step that is your kind of spacing, your kind of step. Could be wide, could be moderate to mild. Find your own way of stepping into this shape. Skaters, as we work through the prime movers of the legs being activated, an option to add a leap. Now, chest right, heart open. Arms are like wings, and as they spread wide, can you soar rather than struggle? If you're connected to the feeling inside of you that is flowing, that's going to start to create movement in other places. Let's go in that now. You can always come back to stepping this out. Whatever you feel is right for you today. Feel your heartbeat lifting. Feel your lungs just really in love with the breath now. So this flow-on effect is moving right through every cell in your body. Last and final. 3, 2, 1. Stand. Left hand on your heart. Right hand on the belly. In the moment that your body's communicating, where is your yes and where is your no? And let's act on this now to work with the kind of pace, cadence and rhythm that we need today. Now the leap, just that big brave step. Bend the knees. That's it, arms out. Last and final. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Left hand on heart. Right hand finds its way to your belly. And if your eyes are closed, that's fine. If they're not, that's fine too. Where does the connection really feel like it's enhanced? What do you need to do? Do you need a drink here? Do you need to just soften for a moment? Do you need to drop expectation that you put upon yourself? What if you just let the movement move you? and the breath breathe you. Eyes open, hands off your body. Let's start to work with a different kind of movement here. As we separate our feet, we take one leg behind, little curtsy, and then we lift, hands to hip, that knee to the sky, little curtsy. Lift, knee to sky, working through the inner thigh line. We do this repetitively a few times. Arms will help you stay steady. Keep your upper back lifted and your chest open. That's it, working with your quadricep, your hamstring, and through the standing legs glute, as well as inner thigh line on the raised knee towards the sky. Last and final, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Shift the weight between your legs, and let's change direction. One foot steps behind the other, hands to your hips, knee lifts. You got it now. Start to work into the dip of the knees, the curtsy, the drop, and then the lifting up. Push down, standing leg to lift your raised knee. Push down, standing heel. Feel the freedom, that other leg coming up towards the ceiling. A little bit longer. You can feel things that flow now. For the last 3, do you notice your sweat's moving in your body? Cooling the skin. Last one. And bring it down. Beautiful. From here, just take a flow with a little twist from side to side. Shift the weight through the feet so there's no strain for the knees. All right, everyone. So taking your arms out wide and then bringing them in. Bend through the knees. Heart open. We are open. Be open today. Bounce through the legs. As you do this, another movement comes through. Uplift. So we alternate between being open and uplifted. Chant the internal mantra inside. Open, uplift. You can work with bent elbows, no strain for shoulders. You can even do these ones a little bit shorter and smaller with the movement. So there's no strain for neck. Move with your own sense of what you need in the pocket of your practice. Yeah, can you open to compassion? And can you uplift yourself to a place where you're not driving, pushing, efforting. You're feeling what flow is here. And we let that guide us. Last 3. Bounce through the knees. 2. Open, uplift. 1, left hand to heart, right hand to the belly. Stand. Feel in. Take a moment with yourself. And open your eyes, hands off your body. Fully informed, fully having felt what's here today. Let's take the weights. Now lifting these weights like you care about your back, so bend your knees, flat back, come to stand. We work on single hammer curls. Establish your footprints nice and deep, spread the soles of your feet. Knees bend, shoulders roll back. And from the tailbone down, lift up through the back ribs and brace your side waists, like you're pressing out the side waists to the elbow tips. And then lifting 1 at a time. Hammer curl. Working with the head of the weight, moving to the head of your shoulder. Keep a little bend in the elbow at all times, even as you lower to exit the movement. Don't totally straighten the arm at the bottom of the movement. Keep a little tension there. So this is helping the muscles protect the joints. And that little bit of a bend in the elbow remains. Last and final. One more. Okay, lift the shoulders to the ears, roll them down the back. Lift the shoulders to the ears, roll them down, let your heart lift. Inhale, raise the shoulders. Exhale, down. Let's work with the next movement as we lift both of our weights to hammer curl, and then we turn our fists forwards. We're going to work with single arm shoulder press. So you will start to raise your arm above your head and then slowly lower it down. Now it can just be a soft and slow movement. You don't even have to straighten the elbow completely, just part way. Concentrate the movement so you don't throw the weight, but instead you recruit the muscles that work synergistically. Now bicep, tricep, shoulder at the back, chest near the clavicle at the front. Shoulder press, push your feet. Brace your sideways to engage your core. Elbows stay wide and out to the sides. Keep your gaze steady. Keep your breathing regular. Feel your jaw relax. Last and final. Just a few more here. Good, we've got one more round to go. Up you come and down you go. Bring the weights from the shoulders to the hips and then shoulder roll. Let's work with the sculpting back of the shoulders. Now really establishing beautiful open posture through your chest so you can instigate much more healthy deep breaths. And from here, we're going to place the weights down. Care about your back as you do this. Okay, so we're going to shift into a stance that you would know through just whatever you do at the gym or maybe yoga. It's a lunge. So at the back of the mat, bring your hands to your hips. Step the right foot forwards. And as you find the lunge, look forwards. Square your pelvis. Stack your shoulders above your hips. And as you gently start to press to the feet, tension your inner thighs so that you pull the right inner thigh back and you start to spin the left inner thigh towards the wall behind you. And from here, right hip back, outer left hip forwards, we wrap the pelvis around and we come into a lower lunge, letting the knee nearly come to the ground, not quite, and then lifting up. So let's work with this lunge. Pressing through the feet, lowering and standing. Now with full recruitment through the legs, this is strong. So please feel free just to do a little less if this is your first remedy practice. We'll go a little slower if you need. We'll take our last three. All right, so we're going to step the left foot to meet the right. And from here, widen the feet. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Bow forwards through the heart. And take a forward fold. You know it as ragdoll. Lengthen your spine. Drop your head and breathe. Release your hands from elbows. Press the feet. Engage your core. Sideways brace. And come to stand. Inhale, arms reach. Hands come to heart. Bring your feet in a little closer and step your right leg back. Steady yourself, hands can meet the hips. All 10 toes point forwards. Square the hips. Inner thigh, front left leg, pull it back. Right inner thigh spirals to the back wall behind you. As we stack the shoulders, let's come into lunge. You set your rhythm. You set your pace. Because you are the only one that knows how it is to be in your body, to feel what's here and accommodate with compassion the flowing spaces and the stuck spaces. What if we could see them through at the highest potential they held? Last 3, 2, and 1. Step the right foot to meet the left. Wide feet, raise your arms up, inhale, stand, and surrender. Spill forwards, ragdoll pose. Breathe something out, let it go. Stand up again. Let's use these 2 actions. Stand tall, claim the space. And then equally as readily, can we surrender something today? Bow forwards. Push through the feet, muscles of the legs, belly on, arms reach to stand. Surrender, bring it down again. How many times do we need to feel ourselves claiming our rightful honored space, standing? How many times can we let go of it in surrender? Last 2, stand and surrender combinations. Last 1. Exhale, release it. Let the head drop. Shake your head from side to side. And when you're ready, plant your feet and rise up. Open, uplift. Let's work with that energy now. The feet are apart, the knees take a bounce. Now just step back away from limiting beliefs that might be there in the mind. That constitutes a stuck energy. What if we were now to let the flow find our minds, knowing that we are free to be bound or free to be free? Okay, last, final, 3. Use the mantra, open, uplift, 2, and 1. Oh, let the arms come down, shake out the hands. Yeah, rub the hands. What's not yours, flick it away. Big breath out of the mouth. In through the nose, out the mouth. Last 1. Okay, at the back of your mat, hands on hips, right foot forwards. Lunge legs 10 times. Ready? Let's go. Keep the legs really grounded muscularly. Push through the feet. Rise through the chest. Last 1. Now here we come, a little movement. Left knee to the chest. We're going to grab in front with our hands. Back to lunge. Go slow. Stork pose, lifting the knee to chest. Hands to hips, we step back. Feet are landing hip width, so there's a steady energy. Last 2. Last 1, stand up, place the left foot down, and step the right foot back. Lunge, look forwards, square your pelvis, shoulders stack, muscles connected. Let's go for the lunge raise. Two more to go. Squeeze your glute at the top. And then prepare
And lift the knee to the chest before you land back in lunge. Prepare, lift, land back, lunge. Keep your eyes forwards, keep your posture open through your chest, even if you feel wobbly. Final 2. Last 1. And then release your foot to the ground and stand. Arms reach above your head. Bring your hands to heart center. Walk your feet in a little closer underneath. Drop your palms down by your sides. And from here, we leave one foot in the center, other foot goes out to the side, opposite hand down. It looks like this. We step from the center. The center is where we are grounded and powerful. Finding this centered space. Bend the standing legs knee. Feel the opposite leg, just search for that nice wide stride. Little hop through the center just to lift that sense of flow in your body, circulation, information, sensation in your body. Letting things flow allows things to move. And this is what we need for healthy energy. Shifting out the old, bringing in the new. Final and last 10. You got it. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Feet together. Arms open. Left hand finds your heart. Right hand on your belly. The connection is nowhere else in this moment. Feel the compelling energy of your own heart beating. Your breath making your belly expand and contract. Inside of you, your energy, alive, awake, and as you open your eyes, right there for you to access. Release your hands down by your body. Let's come down to the ground for some rolling bridges. Feet are wide, hip width in distance, shoulders walk down your back, hands press flat. Raise your tailbone internally, lift your pelvis, back body arches and lifts, push your triceps down, and then slowly bring your spine segmentally to the ground. Round 2, push down. Tailbone lifts, chest towards the face, push your upper arms down and roll your spine down. Again we go, 3. Lift your heart closer to your face, push your upper arms into the earth. And try and find each single link in your spine. So you bring it down. 4. Tailbone lifting. Your knees don't splay too wide, keep them towards center. Arch the back, push the upper back down. Down to the ground. Number 5. And squeeze your hamstrings onto the backs of your legs. Lift your pelvic bone towards your face. And slowly roll it down. All right, walk the feet together, cross your right ankle over your left knee. And as you bring the left foot into the center of the mat, we work with a single leg bridge. So exhale, push down, and then lift from your tailbone up. Make sure you don't look around and strain your neck. Once you've got this visual, just find it on your own. And roll it down to the ground. 2 more. Push down. Try to come up really slowly.
Find a stillness at the top. Push the upper arms down, lift the heart. Come down. Last one, ready? Up we go. And bring it down with a slow flow. Uncross the right ankle, right foot grounds. Change sides, lift the left foot up. Press down and lift. Keep the hips level. Make sure the right foot's in the middle of the mat. And slowly roll it down. Push down to lift, up we come. Hug your hamstring to the back of your leg. And then slowly down. We have one more to go. Up we come. That's it. Really nice and strong through the upper and lower body connection. Slowly lower through the links of your spine. Come to the ground. Unhook left ankle. Lift both feet off the ground. Knees to chest. And just take a little roll from left to right. Flex the feet if you need. Good. Now rolling over, doesn't matter which side. Let's meet in hands and knees. Shift around. Let's meet in all fours. Shoulders above your wrists, knees under your hips. Cat, cows. We sink our belly, we raise our heart, we tip the seat bones up. And as we exhale, we round our backs. Inhale, slingshot the heart forwards, inner thighs back. Exhale, press the upper back out and away from your heart. Moving forwards as you inhale, lengthen through the sternum. Exhale, tailbone towards forehead. And come back to a neutral spine. Now, pull the front ribs in a little here. Squeeze your knees towards each other. Thumbs, the hands, pull to center. And from here, we take back the left leg. Flex the foot, get a stretch through the calf muscle. Keep those areas I mentioned engaged. Inner right knee pulls to center, thumbs to the center. Pull the front ribs down and in. And then from here, shoulders above wrists. Let's lift up the left thigh to sky and pulse it 10 times. Don't exaggerate, don't throw it. Small, concise movements. Working through the buttock, the glute, the hamstring. Last final. 3, 2, 1. Now hold it here, heel in line with hip, and donkey kick. Lift the knee, take the knee sideways and out. And as if you're going to touch your tricep, bring it forwards. And then back behind, lengthen, square the hips, look down. Donkey kick. Knee sideways, forwards. Hug the front ribs in, sideways, back, and donkey kick. One more round. Lift and scoop, come forwards, send it out, back, straighten, and release to the ground. Walk your hands back to your knees. Make fists and flex your wrists a few times. Circles. Go the other way. Let's start again. Hands and knees. Squeeze the knees in. Pull your thumbs in. Front ribs draw in. Now, right leg back. Neck long, eyes down. Calf muscle stretch. Flex the toes into the ground. Push your heel rearwards. Now, bring your shoulders over your wrists with a side waist in the brace. Lift your heel to sky. 10 pulses. Control it, don't throw it. Keep the hips square. Breathe. Let what flows flow. The rest will sort itself. Last 2. Okay, keep it there. Heel in line with hip. Donkey kick. Knee sideways. Move it forwards. Touch the tricep if you can.
Go back, scoop it around, lengthen. Sternum reaches, heel presses back. Donkey kick. Scoop around, bring it forwards, and then take it all the way back. Last one. Donkey kick first. Second movement is to take the knee out wide. Scoop, come forwards, touch your tricep, and then bring it all the way back. Lengthen, lengthen, and release. Walk your hands back to knees. This time, prayer hands. Lace your fingers, figure eights. Keep the forearms towards each other, elbows touching. Even if you have to lift the arms up a bit. Massage with the figure eight. Go the other way. And it's true, isn't it? What flows, flows. And what feels hard for us seems like it's always going to be that way. Until we just meet what is here, stagnant and stuck, with a little bit of potential, of possibility. And so on your knees, what's not yours any longer. Out your mouth, breathe it from your body, from you. Last two. And last one. Right. Let's move into a down dog. Knees lift off the ground, your feet are at hip width. If down dog's too much for wrists, just come to hands and knees. But do try coming to down dog, even if wrists have been problematic, because the way we start to heal these things is to progressively get stronger. So just because we tried it a little while ago, it didn't work, or it felt too strong after, let that be something that informs you, but doesn't bind you. Do less, of course, anytime you need. As the knuckles of your hands ground, you grip with the fingertips, and you keep the biceps of your upper arms opening up towards the sky. You spin the inner elbows up towards the roof. Yeah, shoulders spread on your back. You drop the crown of your head, neck long. Breathe to your lungs. Knees take a bend, scoop the seat bones up. Let the heels soften down. Breathing with your body, final three. You direct the breathing through the nose, 2. Last one. Rise to your toes. Bend your knees. Walk forwards towards your hands. Inhale, flat back, draw the shoulder blades in, long spine. Crown reaches away from pelvis. Exhale, bow forwards. Push through your feet so deep that your whole body rebounds up from the ground. Reach up, Tadasana, inhale. Bring your hands to heart, exhale. Push your right foot down, lift the left knee, stork pose. Flexing up all 5 toes, left foot. Let's move slowly into airplane. Standing balance as we extend the left hip back. Arms by your sides. Chest lengthening away from back heel. Crown pulls forwards. A little lift in the heart. And then stand again, knee to chest. And from here we take a curtsy. Arms wide. Left foot behind. And from here, hands to hips. We lift the left knee up. And we place left foot down. Come straight into the standing of the left foot. Knee to chest. Stork pose. Shoulders back, heart open. Let's move straight into the standing balance of airplane. Kick back. Lean forwards. And we move with what flows. Now let's feel the breath. Extend the heart away from the raised heel behind. And then lift knee to chest, stork pose. We take a curtsy. We release the right foot behind. Arms balance us. Left hand to hip, right hand grasps the knee out wide. And then place your foot down on the ground. Ready? Left knee to chest. This time flow. Airplane pose. Knee to chest, stork pose, look up, look forwards. Curtsy. Bend both knees. Left hand to left knee. Push the right heel down. Release. Last time, stork pose. Airplane. Stork pose. Curtsy. Left hand to hip. Right knee up, we hold it, and we release it to the ground. And step your left foot open, wide stance. Toes out, heels in, goddess pose. Sit into the hips, pulsing. Knees in line with big toes. Let the groins go deep. Tailbone towards the ground. Lift the back ribs up. Chest bright, shoulders back, arms wide. Hip pulsing. 10. And what feels like it is stuck or even more deeply compressed, you get to feel what's here and you get to breathe through it. Compassion always, in all ways. Ready, last final. 3, 2, 1. Have so much compassion as you stay low for the way we struggle. Take a breath. What if you were to be breathed through this? Trust your own body, trust your own breath. And then straight legs, stand up. Hands above your head, prayer hands meet. Bring your hands down into heart center. Center yourself as you shuffle in your feet. As you bring the left hand to your heart and the right hand to your belly. Take a moment to be and breathe. Close the eyes down if that feels right for you. If not, eyes open, it's fine. Whew. Okay. We've moved some stuff, some stuckness. We've breathed some stuff out. We don't even have to know what it is. It's just energy. It needs to move. You need this regularly to be able to shift the things that are old, the things that are limiting, and maybe the things that were never yours. Okay, we're going to use our 2 tennis balls. So let's bring our 2 tennis balls into each opposite hand, sitting down on the ground and laying down on the mat. We come to a bridge where we lift our hips, feet steady hip width, ground through the floor, and taking the tennis balls underneath the lower back, each side of your lumbar spine. We're going to start to lower our lower back down onto the tennis balls. And then gently move the tennis balls around, releasing the tight and sticky areas, the low back. We have to keep getting our hands underneath there because, of course, these tennis balls are going to roll. So rolling with these tennis balls, your hips sway from side to side. And you move the tennis balls from the places that are underneath the lower ribs all the way down to the tops of the hips where the sacrum is. Just massage through. If you need to stop and just emphasize in a little tight place that needs to be reminded of blood flow, circulation, essentially love. And please remind those little places you find of what you bring to this. Now you bring your compassion to the times where struggle is real. You bring your sensitivity. You also bring your empowerment, your willingness to open up doors, to take you to places, more potential, more possibility. We meet ourselves here and we get really current with where we're at.
We can't hide from that. Still moving here, shearing action. We can't hide from what we see in the mirror, and it is sometimes a little bit hard to really see with a sense of honesty. But as we do these practices and we strip back what was never ours, energies we've taken on, or energies that have become stuck for whatever reason, and we start to shed our skin and we start to see ourselves with the light coming from within. Now take the tennis balls down a little bit lower to the glutes. Let's roll the glutes out with the tennis balls underneath. We're releasing fascia, tissue around the hips. So interlinked with how we move through our lower back, what's happening with our knees. Keep bringing the hands under, keep rolling the tennis balls, keep swaying, making movements with your hips. A little longer. If you can just now have one tennis ball alone under there, other tennis ball comes out, and we just let our knees fall to the side where the tennis ball sits, and then we just move in short, sharp motions, flossing. Move the tennis ball and floss again. This is starting to free up old restricted areas. And with what we've done in the hips today, it's really bringing blood flow and the fluids that are needed to really assist in keeping us supple rather than tightening up after the practice. Okay, just one more time, flossing around. And then stop and change sides. Let's start to floss. Use the tennis ball under the hip. Move it around, shift it out. That's it. Okay, so keep going. Let's just stay a little longer, flossing those little localized spaces. This is like a hip replacement therapy. You will feel just so free in the hips after this. Rolling out the tissue, myofascia. Last 3. Move your hand around, move the tennis ball underneath. Last 1. And bring it to stillness. Tennis balls come out and lay your hips down. Walk your feet in hip width. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. And then draw your left leg in. Eye of the needle. Press your heels away. Flex all 10 toes back to your shins. And lay deeply through your head, neck, and shoulders to the earth. Try lifting your tailbone off the ground and then gently controlling it to lay back down, grounding it. Straightening the left leg so you get a little hamstring stretch. Inner heel presses away. Inner left thigh turns gently away from you, pressing the inner thigh forwards, grounding the outer left hip down. Bend the left knee and release. Change sides, eye of the needle. Flex your feet. Lift the tailbone off the mat as you engage the belly, and then gently lay your tailbone back down to the floor. Press the hips heavy. Straighten up through the right leg. One more breath. Then bending the right knee. Let's release. Legs long. Arms down by your sides. Separate the feet. Palms turn up. Shuffle your shoulder blades under your back. Point flex the feet. Make fists, rotate the wrists. And feeling the flushing of energy, just really now clearing your inner space. This flow, like an underground river, is flowing through. Before we complete this practice, let's walk our feet in, knees bent to sky. And let's go with that flow as the knees gently go together, across to the left, drawing down through the front ribs and the low back to move back through center, and then let the knees come across to the right. Moving back through the center. One more time each side, controlling the centered movement by feeling the imprint of the low spine. The front ribs pull down, activating your core. Right side, last time. And back in through the center. Okay, everyone, release your legs down long. We are going to take a few breaths to guide us in. 3 breaths of your own. This is where we started, remember. This is where you stepped off on the journey to feel within you what's at flow. What needs to just transform a little. Maybe it's been stuck for a while. And then what needs a little bit of a shake up. Compassionately, of course. Let's start to deepen the breath. 4 seconds in. Hold the breath if you can, from 5 to 7 seconds. Breathing out of your mouth, 8 seconds. Four seconds, breathing in through your nose. Hold here for 5 to 7 seconds. And breathing all the way out for 8 seconds. 4 seconds in. This is a really deep slowing down breath. 7 seconds on the hold. 8 seconds, breathe it out. Let's take a deep breath through the nose. Blow breath. Lots of repetitious exhales being blown out of your open mouth. You repeat this. Inhale through the nose, blowing it out. Let's work with the pelvic floor. As we inhale, pelvic floor draws up. As we down. As we exhale, pelvic floor draws up. And this helps with the diaphragm attachments. Snap the belly back to the spine. Do this a few more times. Blow breath. Every time there's an exhale, pelvic floor draws back up and in. And that assists the diaphragm to come back up home towards the base ribs. When we get our breath right, all of the mechanics within our body work beautifully. Intrinsic stabilizing muscles, they come online for us to stabilize and to utilize our infrastructure, our architecture, our bones, joints, and muscles within. Low breath, another 3. Last one. Oh, relax your jaw, relax your mouth. Let's come for a halo active breath now. In through the nose, medium to strong. Out through your open mouth. Continue the pattern. In breath through the nose. Out breath through your open mouth. Keep going with the halo active. Strong inhale, medium to strong. Medium to strong exhale. If you need to slow down, if you're feeling sensations quite strong or they're disturbing you, please just slow it. Go deeper with the breath. If you're able to, though, just start to feel the continuous breaths and no spaces in between. Using your entire lung cavity, feeling your ribs express, expand, rinse out. Last and final, 5 breaths. Last 2. Last 1. In your own time, natural breath in. Natural breath out. Taking a natural breath in. And then holding that breath in your chest. So let's hold for a top hold here. Keeping that breath retained in your lungs. Just for as long as you feel comfortable with, no strain. The pause moment is a place of gravity. The pause moment is a place not only for you to look, but to see what's being held onto. Where do you need to shed your skin? Connect with what's really within. What lies underneath your judgment, your doubt, your fears. Right here, the light shines. Let's connect with that flow today. When you're ready, let that retention go. Breathe out, let it go. Let it be done. And simply rest back for these last few moments of deep rest and relaxation. Please feel free to rest for as long as you need. In this place that we've been, in where you have stepped into your journey today, there's already been a significant change. Things have shifted. Energy's moved. You're not the same as before. What's needed will stay. What's no longer required, let it go. If you'd like to stay here and rest, then please do. Otherwise, you roll to the side. Your left hand meets your heart. Your right hand meets your belly. And from the reconnection with knowing and feeling, we come home to ourselves. From this place, together we bow to each other. Thank you so deeply from here for this practice today.